good competitive race this, Tim.
Yes, it should indeed. The World Championship medalist countries are out there, if not the exact squads. It has to be accentuated, the fact that a nation's representation doesn't mean that the same athletes are there that took the medals, as we'll find out when we go through the lineup. That's the Netherlands, missing their number one, Daphne Skippers. The Dutch didn't make the final at the World Championships, but their lead-off runner, Mattia Gafour, will hand over to Lorian Kuhurima, Sasha Van Aert and FJ Boons on the final leg. Not a great draw though. Lane 1, always difficult. The world record, of course, set in London last year by that USA quartet, 40.82. The Zurich Stadium record, 41.85. So anything down towards 42 seconds is very special indeed. Only the Jamaicans went under 42 seconds in the World Championships. A long way under, mind you. They won the 4x100, can you believe, by about a second and a half in Moscow. The Italians go in lane 2. Their national record, 43.04, set 5 years ago. Paoletta, Graisky, Martina Amidai and Allo, their quartet. Then the Swiss in lane 3, usually pretty useful. Kambunji, who ran earlier, as you may remember, in that 200. She goes off first, leading on, handing on to Lavanci, Sprunger and Helen Sprunger and Leah Sprunger. They do love this event, the Swiss. They usually punch above their weight, so to speak. And it always rounds off the evening here at the Letzigrund. Somewhat bizarrely, when others might think, well, of course you're going to put Usain Bolt as the finale. Great Britain, well, this quartet, or at least the British squad, took the bronze medal at the World Championships. It's that World Championship quartet featuring Hayley Jones on the anchor leg. She's on the lead-off leg here, Hayley Jones. Hands over to Ashley Nelson, Annabelle Lewis and Dina Asher-Smith. Jamaica, the world champions, go out in lane 5, and they're taking this seriously. 3 of their World Championship winning squad are here. Carrie Russell in leg 1, Kerron Stewart in lane 2. Then Natasha Morrison is the odd one out in leg 3. Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce on leg 4. Changeovers absolutely critical. They can make such a difference to a squad that its individual parts may not amount to much, but with really good changeovers they can beat a much faster team on paper. The USA going in lane 6, the World Championship silver medalists. They lost, as I said, by almost a second and a half. It's about 12 or 14 metres in Moscow. The USA, Pierre, Anderson, Tamo and Williams. Germany go in lane 7, the same team that took 4th place for the Germans in Moscow. Quadwo, White, Pinto and Brina Seiler, the European champion at 100 from 2010 on the last leg. And the Ukrainians, well, Maria Ryemyen is their lead-off athlete, the European champion at 200, ran well for that 3rd place in the 200 tonight, what, an hour or so ago. Probenyak on the 2nd leg, Vishtenistey on leg 3 and Pyatchenko on the 4th and final leg. Ukraine unusually failing to make the final at the World Championships. Not out in their heat. 3 of these athletes were in that squad, by the way. Ryemyen, Probenyak, and Paul. 2 of the athletes, actually, excuse me. So, a packed Letzigrund. In a year's time, this stadium, or just under a year's time, this stadium will have hosted the European Athletics Championships, and what a venue it is. It's a nice intimate stadium. It really is, with the crowd very close to lane 8, banging the stands down the back straight. It's almost Scandinavian in its layout. So the final track event of the evening, the Netherlands in 1, Italy 2, Switzerland 3, Great Britain the World Championship bronze medalists in 4, Jamaica the World Champions 5, USA the silver medalists 6, Germany in 7, Ukraine in lane 8. Away they go. Good running from the first leg. Barbara Pierre for the USA out in lane 6. They probably lead at the moment, and top of picture, Great Britain. A reasonable change over there, I think, to Ashley Nelson. Right of picture, but look in the middle of picture at the Jamaicans. Kerron Stewart's run a fabulous leg there in pink for the Jamaicans. Great change over too there from Kerron Stewart to Natasha Morrison.
Calvert runs this leg for Jamaica, but the USA are going to take some catching out in lane 6. The USA, good change over there for them. Now Jamaica, some way down on the final leg for the USA. Charonda Williams, here comes Fraser Pryce. She's not going to get there though, loses by a metre. That's a fabulous run by Charonda Williams to keep the world champion at bay over 100, the world champion at 200 in the sprint relay. Some might have thought that when she was a couple of metres down, and it wasn't much more than that, with a 100 to go, she would catch the USA, but she didn't get there. Now, I didn't spot any infringements in the changeovers.
No.
I don't know if you did, Stuart.
No, I didn't.
That's a big, big win for the USA.
It's not only that, I think it's a stadium record if that's confirmed. The previous record.
Well, we'll talk hopefully to Great Britain's women shortly, but I'm delighted to say that Usain Bolt has popped along. Hello. Feels like ages since your race. Talk us through it.
Well, start with that bullet start of yours. As I was saying to Carl a while ago, I think the longer the season goes on, the worse my start gets. The reaction was 186. That's the worst it's been all season. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just happy I have one more race to go and just to go home.
Are you tired?
Yes, I said it after Russia that I thought I was fit, but I wasn't in the shape that I wanted to be. So I'm tired. The good thing that everybody else is tired, so it's easy on me.
Has this been one of your toughest seasons in that respect?
I wouldn't say the toughest season. I think I was existing more with all that went on in the early part of the season, but I'm happy. I came out victorious and I'm continuing winning, and that's the key thing throughout the season.
Now, we're always asking other athletes about you. I'm just saying Usain Bolt, he's fantastic, you know, he's the legend that is. But I'm going to change the tide a little bit now. I'm going to ask you about Adam Chirili. What do you think about that young man and what his potential could be?
For me, surprisingly, I remember when I was in the heat run, the 200 meters, and I saw him and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm warming up for the 200. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm running 200 meters. So for me, it was shocking. So for an athlete to come out and show the potential to run a 200 meter in 19 seconds for the first couple of times during the 200 meter, that's spectacular. And I think I always say younger athletes, the biggest thing is when people pressure them too much. If you try to put too much pressure on a lot of athletes, they can't handle it. So when they're younger, you guys just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Over time, they will get more experience and they will get serious and they will do well. But the fact that you pressure them, they won't. But he's going to be great as long as you guys don't pressure him too much.
You mean us? You play in the media?
You guys are the ones that are going to write, oh, he's not doing so well. He's looking not so well, stuff like that. But if he's mentally strong, he's going to do great.
You know, he had a real future as a professional footballer and he gave all that up for athletics.
I heard that. I was looking at him like, I want to play football. But it's what you love. I think it's what you love, though. Sometimes it's surprising, but it's what you love that people really do. So
just thinking about the athletes five-a-side, you know, you and him together playing up front, that's something else.
Is he a Man U fan now?
Yeah, we're see. But listen, you're talking about football. I know you went to FIFA, but we're going to have to pass you along because there's a queue of television cameras there who want you.
They don't look too happy, do they?
No, they don't. So
we'll see you in Brussels next week. Okay?
Yeah. All right, take care. Brilliant stuff. Do you know what? We've got some of our girls here from the relay.
We've only got a few minutes left, but it's the first time we've had the chance to chat to you. Let's not talk about that so much as your medal from